My name is Daniel Tadros, one of the Tadros brothers, and today we'll be talking about the law of accelerating returns as it pertains to Bitcoin, right after this. Hi, my name is Daniel Tadros, one of the Tadros brothers from digitalworldcitizen.com. The only people that are looking to get 1 billion citizens in the world, getting them under one idea, one roof. The cryptocurrency world will create citizens of the world, sovereign citizens, and so we're all working on that. This is our mission, ladies and gentlemen. Digital world citizens, 1 billion citizens. Today we'll be talking about the law of accelerating returns and how it pertains to Bitcoin. So it's Ray Kurzweil, our great technologist that invented this law of accelerating returns. Ray Kurzweil is now the head engineer at Google, and he plotted out, he was an inventor, and he was doing all sorts of stuff, and invented the scanner and the reading machine for the blind, all sorts of stuff, keyboards, synthetic sounds out of keyboards, really a futurist, incredible person. And he plotted out all of the advancements in technologies over history. He checked World War I, World War II, and he saw something very curious. And what he saw is that technology would just keep on going and going and going and going, even though there was these major wars and these major things. And so he was such an inventor that he wanted to realize what made technology tick and what made it move. And he noticed that timing was one of the most important things to make a successful company, a successful idea work. But the biggest thing he realized is that there was kind of a law that technology would just keep on going and going, and not only going normally. He noticed that information technology specifically has an exponential growth curve, not a linear growth curve. And what he explains is that as human beings for the last 100,000 of years, we are used to thinking linearly, and this is a major change here. Just lately, we've got to think differently. And like, you could look at the iPhone adoption, you could look at the Google adoption, you could look at computers, the way computers and hard drive and speed are evolving, the way all technologies are evolving. They're evolving really, really fast, and we're not used to this. So the things that we say, well, this is impossible, all of a sudden, in a few years, 10 years, it becomes like a miracle. It's almost a magic, and you know. So this is what's been happening. So we're used to thinking in a linear fashion. So when we used to be in the jungle or in the desert, when we were very thousands of years ago, we used to hear sound, and it was like a snake or it was like a bear, and then we had to run. But we knew that if the bear ran this way and we ran this way, we would run away from the bear. So that's linear thinking, which is just normal for human beings. We think in a linear fashion, and that's the way we've been for hundreds of thousands of years. However, anything that becomes information technology, as Bitcoin, which is making our money information technology, goes in an exponential curve. And this is why when I discovered cryptocurrency, I really said, oh my God, this is an incredible opportunity. And if you look at all the stuff that we've been digitalizing slowly, we've been digitalizing music, and then we've been digitalizing videos, and then we've been digitalizing TV and news, and soon it's going to be our clothes with 3D printers, and then it's going to be our thoughts, and now it's our money that's being digitalized, and before it was our taxis and our hotels. And so it starts very slowly, the law of accelerating returns. So when we could look at the solar technology as well. So soon, like, there's going to be a major revolution in solar technology, and because once it starts slowly, it's like a straight line, and then all of a sudden it hits the knee of the curve. And once you're hitting the knee of the curve, this is what happens, is that when you're at 0.01 and it's kind of doubling, because we're improving on the latest technology with the technology that we have. For example, our cell phones, we use our cell phones to create the other cell phones, so it's always compounding. So when it's at 0.01, it compounds very slowly and it looks like a very straight line, but it's still like doubling and all that. But once it starts hitting like the knee of the curve, and you're in the big figures, like in the 4s and 10s, whoa, all of a sudden it goes really fast. So this is what happens. Like 30 linear steps is 30. You know, the bear is going there, you were there, that's 30. 30 exponential steps is 1 billion. And this is what the human race, we're having problems coping with in technology. And this associated to Bitcoin, all of a sudden you look at slow transaction speeds with Bitcoin. They're not able to do a lot of transactions. Okay, it's this decentralized network is great because it's decentralized, but it can do a lot of stuff right now. And you know, there's a few little flaws, but it's like when we had the internet at the beginning, it was like super slow, couldn't download a photo. That's why Facebook didn't exist. And when we were able to download photos and videos, all of a sudden, whoa, these social networks started coming on board and things just moved super fast. So we have to really think out of the box and think that, okay, whenever somebody says something is impossible, there's an engineer out there that it will be making it possible. So the law of accelerating returns, as it pertains to Bitcoin and how it's affecting Bitcoin, from my point of view, and from any technologist's point of view, and all these laws, and there's network effects and all that. When you look at Bitcoin, you say, okay, I can buy Bitcoin today. And this is like the speculative guy in me and in my brother Eric. So we want to do this digital thing, this whole big digital citizenship, the sovereign citizen of the world, and disrupt governments and countries and all that. But we're still like human beings. We want to make money, get super rich and all that. So the speculative guy in me looks at how technology evolves, and you look at it, you say, okay, this is going to go exponential soon, and it's going to change the world. And you're like, wow. And so we don't have a lot of time here, and we have another 2-3 years, and then it's going to go like boom, and then all of a sudden like a Bitcoin's going to be worth like $250,000 at the point where I'm talking to you now. It's currently worth $6,000. So looking at this, I'm like, okay, this is the opportunity of a lifetime to invest into the protocol that will allow us to exchange money in a decentralized fashion, as if I was able to do this with the internet, invest in the protocol, TCP/IP protocol, and let it grow and speculate, well, maybe we could have done that, but that wasn't possible. It wasn't money, it was information technology. But now that our money is becoming an information technology, not only can we invest in it, but it will move in an exponential fashion. So, guys, as I'm talking to you now, we are the 16th of August, 2018. This, I think, is an opportunity of a lifetime to invest, speculate, maybe make a lot of money, probably make a lot of money. If we look at what we've said, there's a lot of stuff going into this. The law of accelerating return. There's I think Moore's law is affecting this. It's a network effects where it's I think squared with a number of nodes, people using it. So there's a lot of calculations, plus it's a limited quantity, 21 million, the more it's used. So you can look at all these factors and say, oh my god, okay, if you can calculate a little bit, you say this is going to be worth much more than what it's worth today. So I guess my advice, guys, with this video is invest in cryptocurrency for the philosophy, yes. We're going to all become more sovereign, more independent from countries, from banks. Yeah, but so the phone rang, I'm sorry about that. So especially it's going to be, it's a great time to invest right away. Do it. Peace and love, guys. Let's change the world. All right. Thanks. Take care. Let's do it.